Welcome to Everyday Cooking. Today we are going to see 5 different puddings with milk. In this, first we are going to see sweet snowballs. This is an easy to do, very simple sweet, but it will taste so good. For this, let us take a quarter cup of corn flour. To this, add a little milk and give a nice mix. No lumps should be formed, it has to be like this. Now take half a liter of milk in a pan. Let us heat this and bring it to a boil. Once it starts boiling, add quarter cup of sugar. Now let us stir this continuously until the sugar melts. Once you are sure that the sugar got melted, you can add the corn flour mixture. Now start stirring this vigorously. Once you add the corn flour mixture, this will start getting thick. To avoid the lumps, you have to stir this continuously until it becomes creamy. Now this has become creamy. This is the right consistency. At this stage, add a teaspoon of vanilla essence and a teaspoon of ghee. If you don't want to use ghee, you can go for butter. Give a nice mix for about a minute and then you can switch off the flame. After all this stirring, finally it has to be like this. I have switched off the flame. Now let us prepare the mold. I am greasing the mold with some ghee. If you want, you can use butter. So this is ready. Now let us pour the prepared mixture. You can tap a little to make this even. And here I have used a mold, but you don't need a special mold for this. You can even use a small silver bowl like this one which I have greased. So now we have to give time for everything to get set. So let us leave this in the refrigerator for about an hour or two. Even if you are not going to keep this in the refrigerator, it will get set, but it will take a little extra time. This is perfectly set now. Let us take it out. This is fresh shredded coconut. I have shredded the coconut and I have placed it under the sun for about 3 to 4 hours. If you want, you can go for desiccated coconut instead of this. Now let us take out the pudding and let us give a nice coat with the shredded coconut. Here the coconut is just an optional, but it will give a nice taste to the pudding. Our next recipe will be milk vermicelli pudding. This recipe doesn't need any cream or condensed milk and you don't have to bake it. Add some ghee in a pan, about 1 teaspoon, and if you don't have ghee, you can use butter. To this, add 10 to 15 cashews. Let us fry the cashews in the ghee. After frying the cashews for a few minutes, add 1 cup of vermicelli, that is semia. Fry this well in a low to medium flame and the color has to change into a golden brown. This is perfect. Now let us take some of the semia and set this aside for garnishing. So to the rest I am going to add some sugar, about 1/4 cups of sugar. Now let us add the rest of the ingredients. Half a teaspoon of vanilla essence and 1.5 cups of boiled milk. Now let us allow the semia to cook in this milk until it is thick. So first let us cover it and cook for a few minutes. The semia is almost cooked here. Stir this continuously. Nothing should sit at the bottom of the pan. This is almost ready. It is thick. This is ready. I am going to shift this into a greased bowl. I am greasing this bowl with ghee. And this is our prepared semia. Spread this evenly, let it cool down for a while, and by that time let us prepare our custard. Take 1.5 tablespoons of custard powder. To this add enough water and make it runny. It has to be runny like this, and next we are going to heat some milk, around 1 cup of milk. To this add 3 tablespoons of sugar. Now let the sugar dissolve completely in the milk. When it is about to boil, add the custard mix. Keep on stirring, this will get thick so fast. This is perfect. At this stage you can add some fruits. I am going to add half a cup of mangoes. We can switch off the flame. We doesn't want the mangoes to get cooked here. Now let us pour it over the semia. After allowing it to cool completely, refrigerate this for around 2 to 3 hours. This is after 2 hours and it is perfectly set. I am going to top it with some tutti frutti and the fried semia. Serve it chill and it will be so good when it is served chill. Our next recipe is a steamed milk pudding. Take 1 tablespoon of corn flour, 1.5 tablespoon of milk powder, to this add 1 cup of milk, add little by little and give a nice mix. 3 main ingredients we are going to use here is milk, curd and the condensed milk. Next is curd, 1 cup of curd. Give a nice mix. We have mixed the curd well. Next is the condensed milk. Add 1 cup of condensed milk to this and give a nice stir. So everything is mixed well here. To this add 1/4 teaspoon of cardamom powder. This is ready. We are going to transfer this into another bowl and we are going to steam cook this. Now take a pressure cooker, keep a small bowl inside it and fill about 2 cups of water. Place the mixture inside it. Close the pressure cooker and cook for about 20 minutes without whistle. You can very well extend the time if this is not cooked properly, and make sure this is cooled completely before you turn this over. This is ready now. Loosen the sides and turn this over. Next recipe is milk bread pudding. Now sugar caramelization. Take about 2 tablespoons of sugar and little water, about 1 tablespoon of water. Let us wait for the sugar to caramelize. This is perfect now. Switch off the flame, let this cool down and sit. Take about 5 to 6 slices of bread. That we have removed the corners of the bread. Now we are going to powder this. Our bread is ready. Now take about 1 cup of sugar. Sugar you can adjust according to your taste. If you want it less, you can make it less. To this add 2 tablespoons of custard powder. Now we'll add 1.5 cups of milk to this. 1.5 cups of milk will be perfect for 2 tablespoons of custard. Mix this well, no lump should be there. Keep this on the flame and start stirring well. Custard powder is just a flavored corn flour. As because custard powder is here, the mix will start thickening. See here, the mix has started thickening. This is perfect now. At this stage, you can add about 2 tablespoons of milk powder. This is just for some flavor. If you don't have milk powder, you can avoid. If you don't have milk powder, you can add some 1 tablespoons of custard powder extra. And if you don't have custard powder, you can use vanilla essence and corn flour itself. This has thickened well and perfect. Now switch off the flame and add half a teaspoon of ghee to this. It's time to add our bread. So add the bread powder little by little and give a nice mix. This is ready. Now pour this over the caramel we have prepared. We are going to steam cook this for 25 to 30 minutes. The bread pudding is ready. Allow it to cool and then flip. This is very easy to do and will taste so good. Our next and the final recipe will be rice flour milk pudding. For the first layer, we are going to use rice flour. Take quarter cup of rice flour. To this, add a pinch of salt, a cup of milk, add little by little and give a nice mix. No lump should be formed, so mix this properly. Now let us add half a cup of condensed milk. This is ready. Now let us transfer this into another pan and start stirring this. Stir this continuously until it is thick. Once it is thick, switch off the flame and allow it to cool. Don't overcook. This is fine. We can switch off the flame. Take a bowl, spread some butter in it. Now let us transfer our rice mix into this. Level it. Our first layer is over. Level it properly and allow it to cool. Let us move on to the second layer. Our second layer will be chocolate mousse. For this we need quarter cup of compound chocolate. To this add 4 tablespoons of butter and 3 tablespoons of fresh cream. Switch on the flame and stir this continuously till it is smooth. The chocolate has melted and it is quite smooth. Now you can switch off the flame and allow it to cool. Next, we'll take half a cup of whipping cream. Let us start whipping this. Make sure the whipping cream is very cool and beat till stiff peaks are formed. This is almost done. Now let us add the chocolate mix into this. Mix this well till it is smooth and thick, and once it is thick, place it in the refrigerator for at least an hour. By the time our rice layer is also ready, it is quite cool now. We can top it with some tutti frutti, and our mousse is also ready. Spread the mousse over it. Shape it and place it in the refrigerator for another half an hour. For the next layer, let us whip another half cup of whipping cream. Beat it till stiff peaks are formed. This is perfect. Spread this on top of the second layer. These layerings are ideas. You can use different combinations for this. Let us top it with some assorted nuts. Refrigerate this for another 1 hour and serve chill.